The Sophia Sahar is a newly built vessel and she's currently on her maiden voyage from China. But after a brief grounding on Ridley Island, she's now a sitting duck while undergoing repairs at the Northland dock in Prince Rupert. Last week, the vessel hit mud and rock on her final approach to dock at Prince Rupert Grain.
For reasons that we're not quite sure yet, the ship touched her port quarter, which is the port after stern end of the ship on Bishop Rock Shoals. And so they grounded. Some minor damage to the propeller and to a couple of tanks. And then we were able to pull the ship off using Smith tugs that were there with her. And then we actually decided to put her back alongside Prince Rupert Grain. So she actually went under her own power to Prince Rupert Grain with some tug assist. And that's where we just kind of settled in a bit and see actually what happened, if there was any serious damage. And so it's just forward to that on the left-hand side, sort of where those white markings are.
Besides damage to the propeller and crimping to the steel of ballast water tanks, no other damage was reported. The Marine Transportation Safety Board is continuing to investigate the incident and gather statements from the ship's captain as well as tug operators on scene that day. The incident happened at 6:59 a.m. on a windy December the 18th, and because it wasn't yet light out, the port contacted Burrard Clean to prepare for a possible leak.
We didn't know what we were going to have when it turned light. And so they did go on scene along with our port boat, and because the damage was fairly minor, no tanks were actually holed. Okay, there was a bit of buckling to the steel and plating, and so there was nothing in the water, no environmental damage, and so once they'd done their inspection, then they went off scene.
Divers and welders have fixed the propeller that had been bent and are currently continuing on reinforcing the steel where the ballast tanks were crimped. After the structural integrity is tested and approved, it's expected the Sophia Sahar will depart for the grain terminal to collect her load before continuing on her maiden voyage to Bangladesh on December the 29th. As for the Transportation Safety Board's findings and report, that could take anywhere from a couple weeks to a couple months before it is released. For CFTK TV News in Prince Rupert, I'm Sahar Nassimdoost.